Is this working?
Yep, it is, and we're on.
Am I on?
Yep, we're on. We're doing it live.
That's
So,
unprofessional start we've ever had.
nah, it doesn't.
Nah,
So,
we're very
Oh,
unprofessional.
you probably burped to kick us off.
Yeah.
before.
yeah.
A number of times. I reckon there was a fart. Even.
But yeah, bought a barrels back for another beer cast, and we're in the not so good shed. But it's been slightly improved. The view is a lot better. You guys can't see, but we've got the door open. I can see. What have we got? A rose? There's a grevillea. There's a bottle brush out there. It's starting to rain. There's
And
a bit of a
big
breeze.
dead blue tongue.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
over there.
really?
Yeah, the dog got
The
it.
ants are at it.
Oh god.
I had to.
Saved it too late.
I had to flick
shame.
it. It went the shovel under and went the yeet
Yeah.
over the fence.
Ah, well, there you go. Poor bugger.
Oh well,
Yeah, that's what you get.
that's the food chain.
Yeah, that's it.
Domestic dogs
The
killing wild
circle
blue
of
tones.
life. Yeah, so this week, Grazie has brought us a few things. So this is part of our summer series, I suppose, of going through and doing beer profiles or reviews or something. But
Showcases.
Showcases.
Brewery showcase.
Yeah, that's probably better. But yeah, it's Grazie's turn this week. It was sort of a group effort last week, but I did a bit of research, so it was my go last week. Grazie this week, then Hutto next week.
See what I can bring.
Yep. So, Graz, what have you got? Who have you got? Tell us.
It is Sunday afternoon, and influenced by Sunday afternoon, we've gone with Sunday Road Brewing. Now, they are from Kirrawee, New South Wales.
Where's
Yep.
that?
I'll say Sydney.
It's in the Shire. So
Kira.
it's the Sutherland Shire.
How you spell?
So
I got it.
double R, double E.
Suburb, yeah, in southern Sydney. There you go. So I'm near Miranda.
Yeah, and nearest beach would be, what's it called?
Probably go directly. Well, yeah, Cronulla Beach.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I would say it's funny you say that because the can art for this first beer I'm quickly looking at is being done by Cronulla folk.
Excellent.
Which
Yeah,
must
there
be
you
an
go.
arts
Sorry, Graz, continue.
collective.
Continue. What do you got?
Yeah, so I guess we mentioned last week to kick it off, we'll sort of showcase 3 beers. There's been talk of introducing some core range beers when we do this as well.
Yep.
Didn't have access to their core range beers this week. However,
okay.
having done some research, we were talking about the beer awards recently.
Yes, we were.
I do know that I believe they're Enigma Pale. I think it was the Enigma Pale. And
Yep.
one of their
Yeah, that's an
IPAs.
Australian pale ale.
Yeah, so
that-
there's some
yeah.
gold medal winning beers amongst their core range. So we'll look to try and get those at some point. However, when I purchased these from the Lane Cellars the other day, there was just I think there was 4 or 5 special brews to pick from. So
Yeah.
today we've got a nice little lineup of a couple of IPAs and a big special stout to finish off with.
Yes, excellent.
We'll talk about something
It's excellent.
to do with that later on. But
Their merch is cool. I'm just having like that.
so
tea's
is their
very
brew
cool.
pub. From looking at the pictures, whoever's done the interior design on that, I would like them to do the interior design for my house.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
That'd be a weird. Like, do you want your house to look like a beer hall? Is that what
I would.
now think about what you just said, and the answer is obviously yes.
Well, yeah, you should be yes, Hutto. Come on.
I just love the green they've got.
No, I like the style of it, but I think I wouldn't want it as a house.
Oh, you probably wouldn't want the people in there drinking,
Yeah, like,
drinking
why is
beer.
everyone in
yeah,
here?
hey, get out of here. I don't know who you are.
Imagine that. Just get out of bed and it's like, oh.
The tables look like old, poker tables
do look
from
like
the
old poker
Vegas
tables.
casino or something. Yeah, no, cool.
We like that. We'll try and get there one day. We say that every week, but we'll actually actively try to do
Yeah,
these
we're
now
always
as
like,
well.
we're going to go somewhere and then we go nowhere.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
I wish
all
we
I
could
had.
go back, and I won't make this an ageist podcast comment, but it is a little bit. I wish we could go back to our early 20s where you could just go, let's go next week, and you just go. You don't have to
Yeah.
organise. You don't have to tell anyone. You just go.
You just go.
Anyway,
Pull life.
Wait,
getting away.
you can do that.
hey, I got to tell someone.
The dog.
Yeah, I
you
got
got
to
to organise.
because if you don't tell him, he thinks he's coming. Anyway,
all breweries like dogs, and all dogs like breweries. To be
Oh,
fair,
yeah.
It's the
That's
same
true.
with my
On your
kid. If
pets.
I don't tell him where we're going, then
yeah, he assumes he's coming. Yeah,
He
It's
sits there
like,
and
you're
he's
not coming.
and when he doesn't, he stays at home by himself. He's really upset.
he sits there in his little car,
Yes.
trailing you. Now, just before we try the first beer, just to introduce the brewery and the ethos behind the brewery and the creation. So, Sunday Road Brewing is basically looking forward to the best day of the week, and that could be, you could say that's that for us as well. We do this podcast on Sundays primarily. That's what founder Brad Walker used to do in his home brewing days. He'd brew every Sunday because that was the day I had off. So it was always just hanging out for Sunday, the path, the road to Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's where the name
Yeah, that's
comes
pretty
from.
cool.
Now Brad uses Sundays to enjoy the natural beauty of the Sutherland Shire with his young family, and he spends the rest of the week making beers we can all enjoy as we look forward to doing the things we love. That's taken from the Crafty Pint. I'll actually give them the... make sure we're not just stealing any information. I didn't write that myself. But but anyway, so the first beer we've got today is called the Off-Roadie New World IPA. And if you listened last week to our range podcast, you'd understand we like a blurb that explains a little bit about the beer. Blurb. And this one, I reckon, might get a nice score from us.
Yeah, it's lengthy. Looks good.
Yeah, so I'll rip through it. So rip into Off-Roadie. This beer is for the adventurer, the backyard bandit, the weekend warrior, the 4B fanatics. For those who seek a noble crusade, a forest bath, or an epic outback antic, we've made you the ultimate adventure partner. Off-Roadie hits with a big, fresh aroma and a pale yellow colour, mildly malted and heavily hopped hit with a bold hop bill.
That's so many B's.
Yep, that was tough. I'm sorry. Yep, that extra B's. You're left with a zippy, fresh IPA, an IPA that celebrates without bounds. A salute to all things nature, an experience to be known whether you're mapping out your next 4WD or cracking a cold one around the fire. Get out, soak it in, experience the wilderness at your doorstep. Adventure awaits. That was a novel, but thank you guys for putting some work into it.
And it does matter.
Can I make the first point that has nothing to do with the beer but shows exactly what Zach enjoys doing on his weekends, and it's not four-wheel driving because he referred to it as 4WD?
Yes. Yes, that's true. And I believe that's what Forby is referencing as well.
Yeah, well, I got 4B.
Yeah. Also, next time we have a blurb like that, we could get Brian Badondi to read.
Yeah, that's so
Hang
deep.
on, wait.
Beer.
4B.
Beer's fantastic.
Border Barrels podcast.
4B's not... We're not getting this wrong. It's not like that toy that all the girls
Furby.
had when we were kids.
Furby.
They used to talk to you and blink all the time.
Furby. Oh, God. And then, but they would flam when they blinked. They wouldn't go at the same time. They'll go, and you're like, oh, something about that.
You're like that Katy Perry meme that went up during the...
Oh,
hear about
yeah.
that?
What's
Everyone was
going on with
worried
her
about
eyes?
it.
Yeah, I heard that there was something wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. I once fed my friend's little sister's Furby chocolate and it stopped working.
How? Like,
Because its mouth would move up and down. I just put a cherry ripe in there and it sort of chewed some off and down it went and then it just stopped working.
does it?
Digestive system.
Is it able to chew things off?
guess.
I can't. I never had one.
And then I remember the next day, because I sort of hid it somewhere, and then the next day we're on like a...
Because you knew you did the wrong thing.
Yeah. We're on a friend's holiday, and then I just remember hearing, my Furby's not working! And I'm like, well, it ate it.
I don't know anything
I
about
don't know.
that.
Maybe your Furby shouldn't have been eating chocolate. Anyway, so we'll probably have a sip of this beer and let you know what we all think.
Well, I already had a sip, and this is...
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's very
and I'm very excited for the others.
Well, I was really worried because as I mentioned as I poured it, I was like, this is pouring quite poorly. But I don't know whether that was a reflection on my pours, which I hold myself to a pretty high standard. Like, I think I'm pretty good at pouring.
I would have to say that with the smaller taster, with the samplers, it is harder to pour because I don't know how you pour a beer, Hudson. I didn't mean to do it like that. But like when I pour...
I don't know how you pour a beer.
I know you do the angle and you're real careful with it and you're like, oh. But I actually...
Just jam it in.
I give it a little bit, then dump it, and then get the rest and get the same result.
Yeah,
so,
I guess.
but I think
Well, it worked last week, though.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. The head died off pretty quickly. I think it might be the smaller glasses. That's long story short what I'm saying. But
maybe.
It is excellent. Has it got a hop profile that we can...
Not on the can, so there's your points deducted for blurb, I think.
but it was a pretty good blurb.
I still don't quite know what a New World IPA is.
Yeah, well, I guess is that...
So is it as advertised?
Well, I don't know.
That's a tough one.
I think so, because it's not... I would say, what is a standard IPA? I would say a standard IPA is a flat-out West Coast, more malty than hoppy... But I don't know.
But this tastes like that as a base, but it's got something...
So
when it says zippy fresh, they're
Yeah.
definitely correct on that.
I'm just looking. This is taken from Three Ravens, and they say New World IPA is a celebration of modern Australian and American hops. How'd you phone like that?
Well, we'll see. It's interesting. What is it about Sunday Road beers and
Technology.
technology? Well,
They actually
we'll discuss
hate
that later.
technology.
A lean base provides a golden hue and minimal malt sweetness, allowing hops to take center stage, with citrus, stone fruit, and tropical fruit notes leading into a dry finish and a firm bitterness. So that's about their New World IPA, but I guess it kind of gives a little bit of a backstory to what this New World IPA is, and it seems to be exactly that.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have this, like, the malt sweetness, as it says. It's very... I get a lot of stone fruit from it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
More than the citrus, like the stone fruit and tropical fruits.
Because normally I think I'm just...
You're not stone fruit.
Yeah, I'm not stone fruit guy, but it depends which one, I suppose.
I
really
it's
like
really
this.
dry in like towards the back end.
It
the
is,
finish.
but straight up taste, no notes. It's like no technical notes.
Yeah,
Ripper.
so good.
Absolute ripper.
So we're going to change it up this week. We've already adapted from last week where Simmo got real mad real early and we had to carry him through the pod.
Yeah,
we had to really walk him through it.
Yeah, I have to apologise. I did listen back to that one. It's like, calm down, bro. We're only just doing it for the first
chill out.
time.
So we're going to kind of... Simmo's... Grazzi's actually brought a really lovely mermaid notepad that he's going to write in red pen on.
And a red pen.
There's a lot happening in this.
The red pen is what really layers that whole
Well, because
gag.
red pen is basically like nothing about this is serious.
Yeah.
Well, but
Because
also,
red pen is not suitable for anywhere except for taking note. Like if you're
incorrect
Yeah,
markings
like-
by a teacher.
Yeah,
and also, I would have to say, a bloke that has 2 dogs, 2 kids, and whatever. This is like, that paper pen. Fuck, what I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If I get one, I'll use it.
I don't know where
care.
any of the other paper or pens
Yeah,
that we've bought.
if I get a few hours sleep, so be it. If I find a t-shirt that hasn't got bloody food on it, so be it.
Oh, funnily,
All my
all those
t-shirts have
things,
food on
all
them.
those things you mentioned. I had to change shirt before I came because there was baby vomit on my previous shirt.
Yeah.
And right before I left, Soph said, "Do you want a pen that's not red?" I was like, "I don't have time."
Yeah, exactly.
And do you want a nap?
Oh, so
Because I want a nap.
So shout out to all the dads listening to the pod. We've got 2 dads here. My 2 dads. But yeah, pretty good stuff.
But yeah, so we're not going to give score. We're not going to do score by score on the beer. We're going to basically, if you want to see the individual scores, they're up on Instagram. I spent a lot of time on those photos, so if you can go give me some love. And,
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think we could
We'll give
go,
a final score.
We give a final score
Yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe the
The
highlights.
breakdown,
yeah, and I'll
To run
collate
through
it.
everyone again, just in the order. It's
Yeah,
is
so
the
it's-
beer as advertised?
Yep, can art, blurb, value for money, and our untapped ratings. So the value for money, we actually had a listener call in off pod and say maybe we factor in would there be a repurchase of the beer factors into value for money, even though it.
Shout out, Jordan.
Yep. Even though it's not quite like value for money, it kind of shows for us like none of us really buy a beer a second time. So if we're willing to do that, we're bumping the score up. Like we're willing to pay whatever it is for that beer again.
Yeah.
I'll actually.
Now, do you actually have a price for that beer?
I do. I'll just go. I'll ruin it for everybody straight up. Each beer was $14. Each beer on this podcast.
Exact. Okay. Yeah. Cool. That actually makes it easy to do then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any other info? What it did?
The can art. When I first saw it, I thought that's green, and then I looked closer and then realised
It's still green.
The theme of the off-roadie. I realised it's like maps and trails. And,
Yeah, so I think this might be, I don't know, I'd have to have a look. It's a topographical map.
Yeah.
So like you look at it, it sort of maps all the hills and that sort of thing.
Do you reckon
I
the dark
think.
green is the bay? Do you reckon
I
it's
wonder.
a topographical
I
map
wonder.
of the Shire?
Yeah, I wonder. It's pretty cool. It's really detailed. I really like it. 7%, 2.4 standards. Did we mention that?
And
Yep,
did you
very good.
mention that you bought them all at Lane
I
Cellars?
did mention that.
All
Yeah.
right, maybe we'll just trust the process here. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
it.
I
Fantastic.
wasn't listening. No, I wasn't.
But I think we can discuss each one, but we don't have to go through individual scores. But
No,
I like the blurb. I really like the can art.
It fits the beer perfectly.
It
Once
does,
you realise.
and it's delicious.
Do you
Oh,
want to
it's delicious.
introduce this one, or do you want me to? And then Simmo, because he has a history with the third beer, and
Yeah, please, by all means,
he can
Hudson.
introduce it.
You introduce that one.
All right, so I'm about to pour Sunday Road's Dust from a Distant Sun Oat Cream IPA, and I noticed on their website this is the 2022 edition, so I assume they've
Yum.
done it before.
Yes, they have. So I also looked that up. This was Chris from Lane Cellars mentioned this is a new beer. Doing the research, it is. However, yes, they have brewed it once before. I believe it was there was a 2021 edition,
In 2021.
and
have
that
thunk it?
colour is magnificent.
Yes, that's good. That's gorgeous. I was good to say, and I did say it. It's gorgeous.
I will point out straight away that there is a correlation between the colour of the beer and the can, almost.
Yeah, which is a cool detail.
But see how this pours normal?
Yeah. Oh, we'll figure it out. But for those that are just listening, The colour, how would we describe the colour? What have we got going?
Peachy.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the can.
Very, very hazy. It doesn't say hazy, does it?
No, just oat cream.
Yeah.
So, get into the nitty gritty. 7% in a 440ml can, 2.4 standard drink. So it's exactly the same as the New World IPA in terms of that stuff. Blurb. The distant sun has drawn closer with a welcome of rolled oats and ripe kiwi hops. Your glass is greeted with a flaxen haze and pillowy head. Indulge in the subtle coconut undertones and juicy sherbet aroma. A perfect harmony of bitter and sweet. Let the distant sun shower over everyone. That's the best blurb we've had so far in our very short time doing podcasts like this style.
Perfect length. Nails the points.
But it tells me what I need to know.
Took me on a journey.
It tells me exactly what I need to know. I'm giving that a 5.
It's funny you mentioned peach because I can't get it out of my head even with the first note of flavour.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's not your favourite,
No.
but how do you feel about the beer as a whole? Because I feel like the balance after that between some sweetness and then the hop bitterness is excellent. But you being not the biggest fan of the style or that fruit profile within a beer, how do you feel?
Listen, it's not too bad, but my preference is I'd go the Off-Roadie again over this one because
this is so sweet.
I can taste the stone fruit pretty hardcore in this one, I think so. Growing up, here's why I'm not keen on stone fruit, right? So growing up, I had a peach tree, and it just no one looked after it. We ate the fruit off it, and it was peach everything, and they weren't really well looked after, so they're crappy peaches. So every time there's some sort of stone fruit, like they have a similar sort of profile as far as taste. So that's why I'm like, I'm just not that super keen on it. But
fair enough.
You ask anyone else, like the Allen's raspberries. Oh, raspberries and cream, but like when peaches and cream comes out, like people are, people love those.
That's my favourite lolly.
Yeah.
Big peaches and cream.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, this isn't an Allen's podcast. However, we might start one.
Peaches.
Comment below if you want us to start an Allen's podcast. But
Peaches
yes,
also my favourite Presidents of the United States song.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. One of Justin Bieber's better songs.
Okay.
Did you mention Mario Kart
Up
yet?
in Georgia. Oh, Peach.
Peach, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember.
My favourite princess?
Is it?
Probably. Oh, do I have to say Princess Diana because the movie named her movie was called Spencer, which is also my daughter's name.
Oh, no, Princess Diana. A lot of people would be offended by you not saying Princess Diana.
Because she was a lovely person.
Yeah, I didn't know her personally, but
No.
But
I don't know who my favourite princess
the
is.
other interesting,
Maybe that's another pod.
it might be another pod. And look, if you want to
Princess
write in
Power Rankings.
or email us and let us know who your favourite princess is, just let us know.
There's a contact form on the new borderbarrelspodcast.com. Yeah, sorry, I thought I'd slip that in there. I put a lot of effort into that too.
Yeah, but
Shout out to Tyler.
So Hutto, shout out to Tyler who bloody purchased it for us. But Hutto says he put a lot of effort into it. I'm not saying that he didn't, but he just whipped it up. I woke up and also I went to bed. We didn't have a website, and then I woke up.
Did not
and
whip it up.
He did. He's very talented.
It happened in
10
2
minutes
hours. No, that was. I've probably kept that a secret from you for, I reckon, closer to a month.
Oh well, it
That I've
doesn't
been
matter.
working on that.
Still, you're very, very talented. So good
Thank
on you.
you.
That's
It was a
great.
beautiful reveal.
Yeah, no, it was. It was excellent. Now,
Simo, you didn't finish your
no, because I
scores.
forgot.
Sorry,
what was
I took
what.
it.
I forgot what was.
Okay,
what.
so
That's all right. I just need it.
you are
off
up
you
to
eventually.
you're up to Blurb. Blurb is 3.
What was the first?
Is it as advertised?
Yep.
Can Art.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Blurb.
hang around for that. That's a big
Yep.
Blurb, and then it is
Value for money.
Yep.
and then Untapped rating.
Okay. Cool. Done. Different. Yep. Very good. What do we reckon? Have we got any tasting notes from those guys at all? Or
It's
what?
funny, Hudson, that you said this is really sweet. Generally, my taste profile isn't the biggest fan of sweet. I can sort
it's a
of
Crowded House song.
tolerate it.
Oh, that's cool.
The name of the
Distant Sun by Crowded House.
Dust from a Distant Sun. Crowded House were meant to be playing today on the border.
Yeah,
and I believe
Yeah,
it was
did that
cancelled.
stop because no one bought tickets or because
No,
of the rain?
the weather.
100% because of the rain.
My dad said that it definitely wasn't tickets because he was playing it Friday night at the Aubrey Brew House,
Yeah.
and it was packed of people that were all saying, "Oh, we're just in town. We're just making a weekend of it."
Yeah,
in
'cause we
Aubrey
booked it
now."
anyway.
We
What
booked it
about
anyway.
the other thing that Triple M put on, not Crowded House? They did that that other summer event and it got cancelled
that
because of
was
no
cancelled.
tickets.
Yeah.
You asked for tasting notes, Simon.
Yeah.
On their website, what have they got here? A very super, ultra special, limited released collab with our good mates Bintani Australia. Don't know who they are. Good on them. The givers of all things malt. No, wait, that's the wrong beer. There's a double.
No, hang on. That's 7% still, the one you're looking at.
Yeah, but that's the double Oat Cream IPA. I want what?
Oh, there you go, 2022.
But that also says double Oat Cream IPA. I'm
And
so
this says-
confused.
This just says oat. Oh.
But it is 7%. I don't know. No, I don't have anything for you.
That might
then,
be a
Simon.
question for Sunday Road. If anyone's listening, can anyone tell
Yeah.
us why some cans have double and some don't, but they're both 7%?
Yeah, so this is the 2021 notes, the givers of all things malt, yeast and hops, using a big hit of Aussie and Kiwi hops, not to mention a mix of Joe White signature oats and malts. It is an amazingly creamy, fruity, low in the bitterness IPA.
There you go.
what
Well, also, it doesn't necessarily, since something's a double, I think we learnt from the series from Range last week, if something's a single, double or triple, it doesn't necessarily mean alcohol percentage.
No.
It's just
Could be double the hops.
double the hops or
There can be a
different
correlation.
stages.
There generally seems to be a correlation.
No doubt.
But you're 100%
No doubt, but it
correct.
might not be. So there might be a little bit of difference there.
The Kiwi hops, straight away, I was going to say, and I can't tell you which ones. But
Motueka.
when I first
Nelson
had a sip,
Savon.
There you go. Thank you.
when I first had a sip, and it was, you did put it in my head from reading the blurb, and I had read the blurb myself, that Kiwi hops were involved. But yeah, no, it definitely got something that said to me, I've had this hop before, and this is reminding me of New Zealand hops.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. So Kiwi, Nelson Savon, and NZ 107 hops, and Aussie Galaxy hops.
Now let's just note who was correct when they said Nelson Savon.
You.
It's the only one I knew.
Yeah, I was going to
Are you
say.
sure it's Savon?
I own
Swaven?
Nah.
Sorven?
Sorven?
Sauven.
Oh, Sorven. Not sure.
Yeah, cool.
I'm just going to put this out here and we will reveal at the end, but I think this might be my highest rated beer that we've done out of the 5.
Whoa, that's
So far.
huge.
This is
Have you got your scores?
This is one of the best oat cream IPAs I've ever had, I think.
I would have to say as well, Hado, you mentioned it was quite sweet.
Yeah.
I love this because I would say this is not super sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because you're generally the sweet merchant when it comes to...
You got a
It's
real
just like
sweet
kind of,
tooth.
I think the sweet, I equate the sweetness because like when I drink it, my mouth gets really wet.
Yeah, you're like, you want more
Is
of
that the
it.
lactose?
No, but it's like
It does
saliv-
contain lactose.
No, but I'm saying like it's salivation. It's like what you get when something's sour or like
Yeah.
when you picture salt and vinegar chips or when you picture Wrigley, the fucking peppermint extra.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Every time I see peppermint extra, I'm like,
Oh.
the moistness.
Very good. Now, do you have any more information about Sunday Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually.
Bloody give it to us.
Freedom.
So, the name of the head brewer, Mick O'Rance. That's a fun name to say pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's pretty
Mick Rants.
Mick O'Rance. 20 years brewing experience.
Mick Rants. You can beat the Mick.
Now, now, we wonder why we're enjoying the beer. 20 years brewing experience, including Malt Shovel, Ben Spoke, and Goose Island.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Goose Island.
That's
I
the
heard of
American?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that the one? Am I thinking of the one with the goose on it, or is it just because
I
it
don't
has a
know.
goose on
I'm
it?
thinking of the goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, too.
Goose Island
That's it. That's the
Brewery in Chicago.
Chicago.
Yep, love seeing people go back for the same beer again and again. For him, the mark of a good beer is one that people want to return to. My first preference is to make a beer that people can appreciate and go back to time and time again. A beer that's innovative, accessible, and always interesting. If we can get drinkers to appreciate the flavours and methods that go into each drop, then walk away feeling happy, and my job is done.
Oh, God.
Again, credit to Crafty Pint for that article. So, Mick O'Rance, thank you very much for the beers that we are enjoying.
And also, I have to say the first one makes more sense knowing that he has some American roots because, it was a bloody good IPA. It was solid.
I'm going to be really rude. I just need to go blow my nose.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Very good.
So, Phil.
Now, maybe while Hutto's doing that, we'll mention what the last beer is and the backstory. God, I we get into that.
We will, but do you have any more info on Sunday Road?
That's actually... Oh, no, that was the information I had.
Okay,
now,
very good.
sorry, the last bit of information. Sorry, I should have mentioned this at the start, but this might explain why I don't have heaps of information. 2019, they began, which is quite interesting because I would say 2019, despite the fact that I and all of us were going to the Good Shed before that and really into our craft beer and trying new things, that was the real beginning of my journey. That was the year that I got Untapped.
Yeah.
And that's when I really went, you know what? I enjoy this as a hobby. I don't have a drinking problem. I look forward to beers.
You have a gambling.
But I look forward to beers because I'm passionate about the way that they're made and the flavour. And I remember being on my honeymoon in 2019, and it seemed like everywhere that we went, there was a brewery we could go to. And we didn't necessarily look for them, we just found them. And they're always good for a good lunch and a couple of different beers. And I just remember thinking when I was there, this is definitely a passion of mine now. So 2019, that was when my craft beer journey went next level, and that was when Sunday Road started. So they will create more memories, and we'll learn more about them as the years go on, I'm sure. But for a brewery that's only been around for a couple of years, or a few years, these beers are absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to see what they do next.
Delicious. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's very good. Well, yeah, I will introduce the last one, and I haven't seen it. You were keeping it a secret, but I
pull it out, Hudson.
But I think I know.
Do you want me to get the beer as well?
Whoa!
Yes. You've added out the whole podcast, but people can't see because the desk is at a height.
Yeah, but that's still no problems for him.
When I said there was a dead blue tongue,
Holy
hanging out
moly.
at the back.
The numbers of standard drinks.
What
Yes,
for the last
I will
one?
have less because I still have to drive.
No, buggy up.
I will have.
You bought it.
I'll have more.
All of it.
So what we have here now, I will just announce what the beer is, and Simmo, you can tell the backstory.
Yeah.
So Sunday Road Brewing Co. Some Velvet Evening Imperial Stout.
Now, what's the Some Velvet Evening reference?
This is from a few weeks ago on the podcast.
Some Velvet Morning, song by Lee Hazelwood and Nancy Sinatra.
I believe it is the same artist.
Yeah, okay. Good. Sorry, keep going, Zach. Sorry about that.
You've tried Some Velvet Morning, which surely left you mourning when it vacated the shelves. Cry no more, for Some Velvet Evening has arrived. A warm winter's welcome to a Sunday Road Imperial Stout. Wrap yourself in a luxurious velvet coat and hibernate on this. The evening rolls in with a blanket of roasted malts and a touch of White Horse coffee cold brew for a subtle Java hit. A smooth and decadent stout that will warm you till winter's end. Now, look, it is not winter anymore. However, with La Nina, that is La Nina. That's the
Winter is
That's the
gone.
wet one.
Yep.
We're not necessarily experiencing winter weather with the temperature, although a couple of days have been cold, and we've got a 13-degree day coming up, despite the fact that it is mid-November. All that rain is making me feel like it could be winter, so we are enjoying a winter beer on this beautiful spring afternoon. But yeah, so did you find out information about the Velvet? Wasn't that what you were looking up while I was reading it?
Oh, I was having a quick look, but nothing that really means anything to me or
But
anyone. What's locker?
I can give you some information on this beer. It means a lot to me. So I actually had this beer on the pod a couple of weeks ago,
Yes.
and about that much. Grazie, can you just
Sorry, it's a bad
pour? Probably about that much went into my laptop, and as a result, we did have to have a break for a week while it dried out.
I'm stressing about your desk. Can you please do the pour?
How have you done?
Well, no, there's already some on the desk over here.
Yeah, and now
There's already
there's some
some.
here.
It's a part of the desk.
I really should have lacquered the desk.
Uh-oh.
What's
Oh,
happening?
no, it's on your laptop now.
What's happening to this can?
Oh, it is too.
It's going everywhere.
Oh my god, it is in your laptop. That's pretty.
Oh, no, he's used his shirt.
Oh god.
My shirt's less important than my laptop. Hold on. This is a bloody... I got to step away.
But yeah, so it turned out the laptop was okay, but it did require a visit to the shop.
ER.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, so it went to shout out to Moff IT, and as I said,
Again, I'm off it.
yes, as I said, they got the stout out as well. What?
Can made of glue.
What do you mean?
It just sticks to it like a bloody milk carton.
It's a very sticky stout.
Yeah, it's delicious, absolutely delicious. But anyway,
It's got a big head.
so
does the beer, Simon.
yeah. Ho-ho. So for those that don't know or don't have the same opinion, apparently I have a big head for my body.
Now, I've said this before,
What do you
we don't have to follow it up with anything, but you don't have a big head until you have a whole family that requires extensions on their bike helmets.
And also, you don't have a big head. You just got a real short torso.
Yeah, that is another thing I have. Very good. But anyway, this beer is absolutely delicious. I know what it tastes like already, and I want all of it. I have another note on Sunday Road that I picked up.
Oh, beautiful.
So the brewer, what's his name?
Mika Rance.
Okay, so the founder,
Walker. Was it
yeah, Brad Walker. So his background, he
From
actually,
Did you go to school with him or
Tiles?
something?
From
Hello.
National Tiles.
No, I didn't go to school. I've gone to school with a lot of cool people. But yeah, he actually his start was doing some, guest brewing spots or gypsy brewing, which I believe is a derogatory term. Sorry. Is it? It is. If you look it up, I believe it is. So anyway, Wayward Brewing
Oh, yeah.
and Illawarra Brewing Co.
Ah.
Which I believe I have played randomly. I've played a gig at, and we were not a good fit for the venue. So sorry.
Oh, why is that?
Because no one likes our music.
'Cause you're
That's
very
why.
heavy.
That's why no one likes our music, and it was quite heavy back then. But anyway, they're both great places. But yeah, did some guest spots there before founding the joint. So there you go. And Wayward is pretty bloody good,
Yeah.
as well. So I have to do some of their beers. But I'm gonna have a taste. I know what this tastes like already. Oh goodness.
Did you give the percent?
So it's 9%. Where'd the can go?
Oh, it's down here.
Oh.
Away from the technology.
So I believe it's a 9% stout. Is that correct? 10.
10.
Oh, up that by 1%.
And it's 3.5 standard drinks.
What am I getting in that? It's almost like a boozy sort of licorice almost. Like it's something really rich
Yeah,
in
I'm
the back of it, but it's not rich like a chocolate rich.
Well, I would say this
Like a Daniel Rich.
yeah, I would say it's quite chocolatey, but there's only a little bit of coffee in the background rather than coffee forward, chocolate back. Eh?
Hudson, are you able to get this beer up online to see if there's anything else about the specific malts and the hops used in it?
Yeah, I can try.
But yeah.
Oh, no,
it's-
that chocolate's evening out
It's
now.
so
Yeah.
potent.
I think maybe
Yeah,
the lactose
so
from the
good.
Oat Cream IPA before
It's
this
so
one.
good.
Because I'm not the biggest fan of licorice,
think
but when
I'm
I said
ready for
licorice,
it.
it wasn't a negative
I'm ready.
sort of reason.
Geez, that chocolate's so good.
Yeah, it's
I
coming
bet,
through
bet you we
now.
look it
Whoa.
up. I bet you we look it up and there's like there is no chocolate in this.
I can feel it behind my eyes.
It's so good. That's why I was so toasted during the podcast. I was wrecked.
Yeah, like it's going straight to...
Nice
not
and
even straight to
toasty.
my head. It's like, yeah, it's behind my eyes. Like
Straight to your brain.
vision is blurred.
Yeah. Straight to the retinas.
The evening rolls in with a blanket of roasted malts and a touch of
Yeah.
White Horse coffee
we got-
cold brew for a subtle Java hit.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
that.
A smooth and decadent stout.
No other specifics on the.
I'm trying.
No, that's okay.
No, that's fine. You
As a
didn't-
whole, I'm deducting points from Sunday Road now, not from the beers, but because like where I need more information and it's unavailable to me.
Okay.
Like I don't know any hops, I don't know any malts.
That is a very high untapped rating also. From how many reviews?
Four-
Only
68.
68.
What is it?
4.19.
Yeah, well, I agree. 5. I'm telling you.
Five?
5. Fuck. So good.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, it's
Thanks, Miko.
and also Blurb is losing a point for me because
Oh.
the whole start of it is predicated on me having tried the Sun Velvet Morning, which is not a reflection on them, but
Yeah, there's some
it's a
truth to that.
callback episode, and I haven't watched the rest of the show.
Well,
I want to just come in season 3, episode 4, and know what's happening.
the thing I have noticed, and it's just a bummer, is that there's a lot of beers that are part of a series, but they're either for one reason or not purchased as such, or not advertised clearly enough that people know sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I would 100% like to have, if there's 3 in this, like Pursuit of Hoppiness, right?
Hargraves Hill?
Hargraves Hill. They released 11 of them, I believe.
Yeah.
I had all 11 of them just because I was like, this is a series. I will lock this in. I've got this happening, and I can give you my opinion. I didn't necessarily like them all, but I still went for them because it was obviously a series.
Well, we did that also with the Bridge Road IPA series.
Oh, yeah.
What
yeah.
a journey that has been. It continues to.
Yeah. Shout out to Bridge Road. I can't wait for the volume 3. Is it still volume? Hang on, is it still
They're doing volume 2 now.
volume?
That's New Sky.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. I can't wait for the 3rd iteration of volume 2.
That would be 3 comes after 2.
Yeah, but hang on. So
yeah, no. So right now, what are they called? New Sky.
Yeah, New Sky is so the
Like
first
it's
one was
like
IPA.
the Ned rate.
Yeah,
NEED.
because there was New Sky something. Well, there's been 2.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the first one was called the Ned/Need series. This one's called the New Sky series.
No, so
Is
what
that
I'm saying,
correct?
yeah, but there's been 2 New Sky.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm waiting for the 3rd iteration
Yes.
of the second.
Second, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, see, this beer, it'll do you over again. I'll
I
have to
just
listen
reckon
to-
you're cooked.
Yeah, well, it could be.
That should be a
could
6th
true.
category. Is the beer brain varnish?
Yeah. Yes.
Or
5.
well, so far, based on the stains, is it table varnish?
Yeah, well, but it ages over time. It patinas over time, and it's got a nice yellow hue.
Patina.
Funky,
What's
cool
patina?
Patina, I reckon he played for the Bulldogs in the late 90s. No, that was Paul DiMartina.
So if you have like
Thin layer the variously forms on the surface of copper, brass, bronze, and similar metals.
right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you the most common patinas that you might be aware of. So
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. So it's actually made of copper.
Yeah.
Which
but it's
is
gone green.
copper color, but it's gone green because it's patinaed over time.
Patinaed over time.
Patinaed over time. And also many other, the top of buildings in New York have done the same thing. That's why they're green. So there you go. Catch you later.
Oh, Jesus.
Thanks, Simon. Any other word of the day?
Simmo,
Patina.
all we're doing now is waiting for you to finish rating this beer, and then we are ready to
5.
plug in.
5.
No, that's other ratings.
I can see you've got 2 5s from the 5 categories.
So next time I need a printout of what the others are.
Yeah, I'll do something.
We'll tell you again.
I'll get a nice whiteboard for you. Is that
Now,
preference?
Yeah,
2 is can art.
Despite me saying, oh, don't go through every time, we have to.
Yeah, because you've got no memory
or
ever.
mental capacity for anything.
So as advertised, you've done.
Yep.
Can art is number 2.
Yep.
Blurb is number 3.
Yep.
Value is number 4, and Untapped is number 5.
Yep. Done.
Alrighty,
All right.
so we'll plug
Let me
these
collate the scores.
in. Ooh.
You don't have to read that.
Oh, we need that thinking music. What was it? It was from Jeopardy?
Oh,
No.
is that it? Boom, blam, boom, bing.
No, isn't that whoa? This one? Do you mean no, letters and numbers.
No, here we go.
Are we going to be able to hear this? Is
Yeah, I'll turn it
The
up.
UK versus US comedy crossover thing. People
Yeah.
either like one or the other.
Or countdown.
Okay. Telling the scores.
you've got 30 seconds.
Ah!
Tally.
Anyway, we'd like to thank once again Sunday Road for these beautiful beers that we're enjoying on this nice Sunday afternoon that started off with a weather forecast of 45 to 60 mil that I think we got overnight. I don't think we're going to see as much of it during the day. But Central Albury and South Albury is quite flooded from what I can see. So had we planned a trip to Thirsty Devil today, I'm not sure we would have even been able to make it. And
Well-
time's run out.
Scores are in.
Oh, look at that. Jeez, he's good.
So, Simon's favourite beer for the day. What do you think it is off the top of your head? Rate them 1 to 3. There you go.
Yeah, see,
What-
this is interesting.
this is-
We do need to test the
Yeah, because
the
I'm
rating
wondering
system.
what you think 1, 2, 3 is, and versus the score you gave.
Well, I can't. So I reckon it's the stout,
Yes,
the off-road,
Yep.
and then the last.
bang on.
Yeah.
Not by much though. So
Yeah.
Some Velvet Evening 22, Off-Roadie 21, Dust from a Distant Sun 19.25.
Yeah.
So quite good scores. Zach, if you could do it.
Now, I think I would go first, the Oat Cream IPA. Mm-hmm. But again, when I'm saying this, I'm saying from the taste of the beer, so encompassing a few other variables that we have. It might come across differently, but I'm not sure. After that, I will probably say I'll say the stout and then the off-roadie.
Bang.
Cool.
So, yep, Dust from a Distant Sun 21.5, Some Velvet Evening 20.5, and Off-Roadie 20.25. I had the Some Velvet Evening at 21 and the two others at 20.25.
Well, since they were both, equal, what would you say was your favourite?
If I were to buy one again, I would buy the Off-Roadie because I think I would, not to say that the Dust from a Distant Sun isn't any good, it's just the Off-Roadie I could see myself, like if I had unlimited money, like I'd buy a 4-pack and chill in the sun with them.
Yeah.
Whereas the Dust from a Distant Sun is like a very one and done for me. Like I find that with like ciders as well.
Yeah.
It's like, this is so sweet.
Yeah. I really feel that I could lose myself in the off-roadie and be fine with it. Just be like, look, this is going to hurt tomorrow, but it tastes so good.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
And I had that third, which is like the beer is fantastic. And I think it's probably really, I mean, I enjoy all three almost equally, but our rating system is so the Oat Cream IPA tastes the best. But I think there's a bit of a surprise factor with the Oat Cream IPA because generally I would enjoy a West Coast or a NEPA more so than an oat cream. And I love, like I said, that peach flavour that you weren't such a huge fan of. I thought that made this beer next level. And the depth of it, I may actually purchase another one.
No, very good.
Of the Dust from a Distant Sun.
Yeah, I would get more off-roadie as well, but if I had to pick one of them to buy again,
Yeah.
probably the Dust from distant sun.
Yeah, but overall, I have to say, so I had this one first the other week, which went in my laptop, and it was one of those ones where it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's food or drink or something like that. You have a sip, and then you do these. For those at home, I'm doing the one where you look at the can, you're like, oh yes, this is really good. And I definitely did that with this, and I hadn't really explored Sunday Road before.
Which we've now done.
And I'm glad I took the journey up Sunday Road because it's absolutely delicious. Sorry, but I was saying something corny, so I said it like that. But thank you to those guys. Bloody absolutely delicious. We can't wait to taste the rest.
We can't rate them highly enough.
Yes,
They're,
one of them.
A final note: their core range actually looks awesome.
Yes,
like,
it does.
There's
two
a couple
hazies.
Well, the one beer that I'd had, and I remember seeing it, was the
I enjoy beers.
the cryotherapy hazy
Yes,
IPA.
that's the name I was
That's
forgetting.
great. The Enigma's quite good. What else am I seeing? Coast Track Lager, Blackwoods Pale Ale, Over the Bridge Hazy Pale Ale, and some good beers there.
Yeah, it's a really good range for core.
Yeah.
Because core they keep in stock all the time and that sort of thing. But if you still wanted to taste some Sunday Road and they didn't have the specialty beers, you've still got a bunch to choose from, which I think is great.
I think Sunday Road, my Lane Cellars advent calendar came this week, and I think there's a Sunday Road beer in there. I'd be very happy if there was.
Are you going to wait for all of them to be a surprise, or will you go through them?
No, So, knowing that I will forget them until the day that I drink them, I did go through and look at every beer.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't remember.
You've now forgotten again.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
probably
so
good.
that's why I did it, because I knew that I would forget.
Yep.
Or if I didn't forget, I'd remember the brewery. Like, it'll jog my memory. I'll open it and be like, oh, yeah.
Did you get any advent calendars, Gratz?
No, I don't.
They're great fun.
Now, I don't mean to say this as a negative towards you. You live your life, and I live mine.
Okay.
I don't drink every day. I can't drink a beer each day.
No, I know it's.
I've set sometimes I wish I did. I've set my own
That's very
rules. Whilst I still have a country footy career and I'm trying to keep myself in shape, I won't. I think once I'm done, I'd probably be more one of those, I'll have a beer each night sort of people.
Nah, fair enough.
Yeah,
I can see
not for now.
I can see why he looked at you and said that, because he's like, I don't mean this as harshly as it's going to come out.
No, not at all.
And also, I got a advent calendar this year, which I did last year. Mountain Culture.
Did ya?
But-
Nice.
but,
they're only 16 days.
Yeah, I know, because they're big cans, and it probably anyway. That's
So
pretty good.
of their 16 cans, 8 are brand new and exclusive to the
Pack
calendar.
itself, Yeah.
8. The other 8, like, there's a couple of rebrews that they've loved, and then just, I guess, ones that they're going to release to the wider public there.
Yeah.
Maybe a Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, they did that last year. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
But,
I bought Carwins, Mountain Cultures, and Beer Cartels.
yeah, see, I think George's fellow listener actually did the same.
All 3.
I think all
Nice.
3. At least Carwin and Mountain
Yeah.
Culture. I'm not too sure about Beer Cartel, but
Yeah.
she probably did. She's a unit.
Then I was talking, Lane Cellars are doing one, and by the sounds, they've ordered beers and they're not selling them outside of the pack.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that'd be cool.
That's pretty cool.
I think that's the trick, is like not having 24 beers I can just buy off the shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
the thing that sells it to me is like,
Yep.
you will only have these beers if you buy this box.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Maybe I will get one and I'll just save them all for
Well,
the weekend.
you've missed out
pound
on
them.
You've missed out on Carwin. You've missed out on Mountain Culture, and as of yesterday, I think they had
Oh, was it?
2% of their beer cartel left.
There you go.
Oh, well, I'll find something.
Anyway.
I might find the Carlton United Brewery.
Yeah, go to Dan's and get the like craft beer adventurer pack, and it's like Stella,
Yeah.
fucking Asahi.
Beer Lager.
Jeez,
Get
you're mad.
over it, my God.
I love how passionate Grazzi is about things. And Beer Lager, if you're out there, Grazzi's coming for you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll finish it up
be a
there. Thank you to Sunday Road. Thank you to Lane Cellars. Some bloody good beers. And I have to say, overall, I was surprised. I wasn't surprised after having the stout, but I'd have to say, overall, the range that we had today, I was surprised. I thought that may have been a one-off because I hadn't really heard too much hype. But yeah, good on you. You're doing good stuff.
Yeah, as a collection of the 3, and it's not a reflection on the breweries at all, but as a collection of 3, this is number 1. Range was number 2.
Yeah. Ooh, there we go.
Just as a threesome.
So you're buying next week? Who's buying next week?
I'll buy next
There
week,
you
so
go.
we'll see what
Pressure's
we've got. remember to check out our Instagram for the breakdown of scores.
Yeah,
and
thank you very much.
Some fun little pictures that I spent way too long on.
And they look good.
My
And they
wife
look
hates
good.
me for.
And also, can you write some comments? Because like he'll send them. Hado will send them through. He doesn't want me to say this, but he'll send them through and he goes, "Oh, they look shit." Blah, blah, blah. They're fucking great, mate. They're awesome. You do a really good job.
Thank you.
And also does a lot of work around our YouTube.
Jump on the YouTube.
Yeah, jump into the YouTubes, like and subscribe, smash
that
the like
jazz.
button.
And go to borderbarrelspodcast.com.
Yes, how good.
Yeah, and there's
Awesome,
a
get
little
website.
contact form there if you want to.
Yeah, if that's easier.
If you just
If-
want to say thanks.
Yeah, if you don't want to send in a bloody audio message, you can just type something.
Yeah.
Is that
Remember the audio message free beer? That's still
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
we'll
still
send
a
you.
thing.
It's still available.
Yeah, it's
we'll send
still
you a
on.
beer, and we might even send one from that week's pod.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll go out there and we'll spend $14 a can on a Sunday Road Brewery beer, and we'll send it to you for $10, all for calling in.
Exactly. Hang
And
on.
it-
Do they have to pay? Is that what you're saying?
No. We're sending you $25 worth of things, which is a beer.
Oh, if we have to
and
send it in the
shipping.
mail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. I thought you were saying you
Sorry.
pay for shipping.
No.
Down the bottom, disclaimer: local residents only.
Pick up only.
Yeah. Well, pick up only from the shed.
But yeah, we'd have no limit on call duration. Like
Yeah.
a call.
Yeah.
It's got to contribute. Like we need a question or a talking point.
Someone's gonna go, hey, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, they'll get something from Sunday Road, and it'll be me pissing on the street
all
on a
it
Sunday.
takes.
Yeah, good. All right. We'll leave it there, boys. Thank you very much to everyone listening. Catch you next week.
Bye.
See ya.